What is up, guys, and welcome back to another Let's Play of Banjo-Tooie. So if you guys might remember in the last video, we actually were rescuing the prisoner. And, yeah, so we rescued her, and the footage from the rest of that got lost. So, yeah, this is where we ended up. We ended up unlocking Glitter Gulch Mine and Witchyworld, which we're in now. Yeah. So here we're at another transformation. This is known as the truck. It's actually very unique because it's invulnerable to just about everything, except for falling into the dark abyss. It's not invulnerable to that. They can only die one way, if you fall into the dark abyss, but other than that, this thing is invulnerable to just about everything. You can literally one-shot enemies by just touching it. It's very awesome though. Anyway, so I went ahead and I got the rest of the things that we needed. Rest of the warpads, I should say. We also learned all the skills here as well. So I'll show off what the skills were in a bit. Put those 3 skills here. Another honeycomb, and there's an enemy here in Mambo's house. Now, trivia question, guys. Like I said before, Mambo only sleeps the first time. Every other time, he's awake waiting for us. Like I said, it's a trivia question, so that is a reference to something that we will see in the future, and you guys will know why. You guys will know what I'm talking about when we get around to that. But right now we're just here in Witchyworld to get this out the way. We're probably not going to take on the boss here yet, so it's honestly a huge pain. But yeah, we're gonna do things in order. Like I said, we had enough jiggies to unlock this area, so that's how we did. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna turn on the power to everything. So this is the Dodgem Dome. I'm turning on the power. It's kind of like a reference to Call of Duty Black Ops 2, if you want to call it that, where you have to turn on the power. So the Dodgems Dome is now open for business. We got one jiggy here so far. Yep, one jiggy so far. We come over here to star spinners. We turn on the power here. Mainly what we were trying to do is just collect the notes. Notes are more important right now. Jiggies aren't really all that important. And what really matters is the notes so we can learn the new skills. And we worry about the jiggies as we go through the worlds, but the notes are more important right now. So that's why we came here, is to get those extra notes, but we are going to go back to Glitter Gulch Mine. And that's what this playthrough is going to be about. Once we turn on the power here, sorry. Turn on the power here, finish up what we need here. We will be going back to Glitter Gulch. You guys can see the enemies run away when they hear that sound. Also, probably wondering why I didn't go for that Jinjo. To be honest, guys, that was not a Jinjo. It's in this world that we learn that their Jinjos have a counterpart. Where else do I need to go? Here. Yeah, we learned they have an evil counterpart called Minjos. The way you can tell the difference is that you can't harm a Jinjo, but you can harm a Minjo. And we'll show you the difference later on. Won't show them here, but yeah, we won't show them here, but later on you guys will be able to see a direct example of what I mean. It'll be a bit later, but you guys will see what I mean by that though. You guys see here, stepping off the pad, it disappears. It's a one-time pad. So we return them home. We give her the food and she leaves peacefully. And she's actually one of 3 kids from the first game that we see. She's one of the 3 kids that we meet in one of the worlds. And we actually do get to see our old pal from the first game. That's not till a bit later on though, but we will see him. There's hardly any light in here. We gotta use fire eggs to maneuver our path. As you guys can see, even touching those teeth will do damage too. Like I said, the truck is immune to just about everything. You can see there's signs here, weird killer alien. Mighty evil dinosaur. Ancient bearded camel. This is actually another reference to another old character. So this is Gabi from the first game. We first meet him in the desert area, and he then leaves for another area in that game, and then finally he decides he's going for the lava world of this game, and as we see along the way, he got captured. So our old friend is on his way to the lava world, in which we will see him again soon. We'll eventually see him again where he finally gets to the lava world. So if you're wondering why we didn't rescue the dinosaur, we're gonna wait till later to rescue her. Just because she lives in that world with that caveman that we visited from the first world. If you guys saw the first playthrough, we got the early access to the dinosaur world with the caveman. We had to take back the pebble. This is actually a warning about food. There's not really a way you can leave with food. So if we try to leave with food, it will be stripped from us. And we'll find out about this in Witchyworld. I mean, not Witchyworld, Glitter Goat's Mine, but here is the train station. They can be used to travel between worlds. So when we get around to it, we'll do that. We're not gonna fight the boss here. We're gonna do that after we do Witchyworld. I keep saying Witchyworld. After we do Glitter Goats. So after we do Glitter Goats, we're gonna come back here, finish up what we need to do. Let's see. Did we get on the notes at least? Yes, we did. Alright, now we can leave here. So now we can leave here. Back to Witchyworld. God, if I say Witchyworld one more time, I'm gonna lose it. Oh wait, I forgot the kid. Crap. Ah, screw it. So as you can see, leaving with some leftover food. It's now stripped from us. And we can finally go to Glitter Goats. we're just doing a little bit of things there. But the main purpose of this video is going to be here. But first, we're going to open up this door over here since we have the skill. So this right here is a split pad. We learned this in Witchyworld. This allows us to split up the characters. It's needed for certain pads like this. See, there are two pads with both their faces on it. We need to split them up for it in order for it to work. Also, there are other things like that. What we're doing here is we can't unlock anything here yet. We're just getting this train station here. We're gonna unlock the portal here. Step on that, opens up the doors. And we can come learn new eggs, the ice eggs. And get 50 of these. I never understood why there was always one flight enemy all the way down there. And then we're greeted with one of Jam Jar's one of his failing to enter it back into his silo. Not very often that it happens, but it's kind of funny when we do get to see it. Here lead to two more areas. Here is Jolly Roger's Lagoon. We can read this monolith to tell us all about it. It tells us that 14 jiggies are required. That's the door to unlock that. That'll be our next puzzle. So yeah, that's but the area is called Jolly Roger's Lagoon now. As the name implies, it's like a kind of water resort area. But we're gonna need some skills from glitter goats before proceeding onward to these areas. Here is another area. This requires 36 jiggies. So we can hear a globo there, up there. So we can come collect this. Ooh, I thought we fell off. As like I said, there's not really much to do here, but just open this portal, obtain that globo, and then just, learn the ice eggs. Oh yeah, also get the train station access. Might as well have just gotten it out the way now. We were eventually going to end up doing it later anyway. Better sooner than later. But with that out the way, we can finally come here to Glitter Goats. We learned that these are springy step shoes. We won't actually find their purpose till later. Come here, there's a global right there. There's Roomba's or hut. So this is kind of like a southern area, if you want to call it that, because of the fact that it's, you know, a gulch, the country kind of music, the cowboys. And here we can finally learn our new move, Bill Drill. And we're greeted with it again. But now watch this. Zooey now becomes a drill. So it means that we can finally do something like this. We can now destroy rocks and such. And because we can now do this, this means that we can go back to the main area, to Spiral Mountain, and free our fish friend. We'll probably do that in a different video. So Jinjo here, one more, and we've collected all 6. There's some evil boxes of dynamite here that will shoot at you if you get too close. Accuracy is not good, but you know, they do it anyway. Not advised that you stay close to them when you go to blow up. Because, you know, the blowback damage will affect you. If we come down here, we found that there's some more areas. We can't get that yet. But we can destroy this, get it out of our way. Save us the trouble now. And you can see there with that TNT, that's what I was talking about. Wait till that turns to that. Free up our access just to get it out the way. We come to the left here, and it leads us somewhere. Leads us back to the main area, okay. So going back, and we proceed onward to the right. This leads us to another thing. Oh crap, it's this one. This one with the... Yep. So now this actually requires us to use... No, this requires us to use fire eggs to light up the way to get all the way over there. Now we use fire eggs to light up the generators. But if we look here, we can see that there's a ladder right above us. But how can we reach it? Well, I actually learned that there was a way from speedrunners. So if we backflip and then slam down in a quick succession, like, oh, almost. motorcyclist. Come on. You can see we get up there, completely bypassing everything. Yep, and you can see that we just completely bypass having to go through all those generators. And we get the jiggy. It's a very... I've seen speedrunners do it, and it's possibly like the only trick I know how to do. It's very easy to do, so it wasn't too hard to learn. It's gonna be a pain to trying to get it down. But yeah. You ever play that? You ever like like I said, it's very easy to bypass that instead of trying to use the generators. It saves a lot of time, a lot of trouble. Now here we come to the train station. We can see that there's a train, but it's on the side. See that there's some rogue shovels here. Find that there's I'm gonna find out there's another honeycomb there. And then we need to go find Mumbo to use that. We already know where he is because we got a work pad outside his house. But let's continue exploring. Another boulder. Oh, completely missed. And there's a Jinjo. The first orange one. So, just there. It actually hit me for once. Let's see, where else can we go? We go in there, we talk to the prospector. He tells us that his mate or someone, partner or someone, went exploring and then never came back. But what we find out is that it's actually the same one that's currently locked up in the first world. So we do have to go back there just to break that boulder now that we have the skill. And we get those notes, we unlock that. We come in here. This area is always pretty intense. Okay, there's a little bit of damage there. As you guys could see, if we got hit like that a few more times, we would have died. That's a good thing we survived. I think there's like 3 Mumbo pads here. So like 3 or 2. There's a jiggy there, but we need the spring step shoes. come in here, see what's there. It's toxic gas. But there's some things to break. And that's the last yellow ginger. So having collected a set, we're greeted to this cutscene for the first and only time, where it travels to the Jinjo's house that we collected and see all the members of the family. And we're given a jiggy for collecting them all. No, we can get out of there before we start losing health. I don't know where that one area is. It's another one. Can destroy that. And then look here. And come over here. Learn a new move. The break by the beak bayonet. Now, I'm not gonna do this minigame because I hate this one. I can that. But actually, you know what? Just for this video, we'll do it. Bear with me, guys. I hate this minigame so much. You don't even understand. But our goal here is to find So what we have to do is we have to defuse TNT sticks that have escaped. And you'll see why I hate this game. There's 15 TNT sticks, and you defuse one, the others will immediately start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find the furthest ones and then save the closest for the last. You can always tell where one is by the jumping sound. Like I said, it's very annoying. So when you get down to like 3, they're very hard to find. But you've got plenty of time to try and find them. Never shoot them though. You'll blow up the whole mine if you shoot one. You gotta be very careful not to hit a TNT stick. I know you're thinking like, now you guys are probably thinking like, oh, there's 6 left. It's gonna be very easy. You got plenty of time. Trust me, it's not. It's a huge pain. It can be very difficult to try and find the last bunch.